Hello, and welcome to our next episode. I believe this is episode 11 of our campaign game where we're playing as the Austrian Empire. We're currently not at war with anyone. I was contemplating going to war with Spain. However, I kind of second-guessed myself here. Spain is allies with Britain, France, and Germany. And I really don't want to fight all three of those nations. We don't have the best of relations with them currently. Although actually Germany is not too bad. I think I'm going to try and improve my relations with the United States. But at this point, we're just trying to get as much research for new tech as we can. Keeping the ports as busy as we can for our shipbuilding. We're currently building battleship and 2 heavy cruisers. Let's see. Don't really want to spend the money. Let's do this. Okay. So, theoretically, if we were to go to war with Spain, the biggest problem would be France. Great Britain, we could keep our ships down in here. It wouldn't create a lot of tension. The British don't have any ports in this area. Us having ships in the Western Mediterranean trying to take either southern Spain or this island chain wouldn't affect our relations with Great Britain, but it certainly would affect our relationship with France. So probably what's going to happen is if we go to war with Spain, all three of these, we're going to get a negative relationship with all three of those countries. Germany won't affect us too much. As we can take a hit of -10 or even -20, and we're still going to be in the positive. Even with Great Britain and France, initially it won't be that big of a deal, because we're not creating too much tension with Britain as it is. But unfortunately, with France, we're gonna probably get close to -50, just with the outbreak of war, and then from there, we're probably looking at -2 to -5 every turn that we have our fleet over there. So okay, so I tried to improve. So at this point, I think I'm going to let it happen. I do want to keep building. How many torpedo boats do we have? 15. So we're building 1 and 2. We're like cruiser. And what are we at? 35. We have 7. Let's build 10 more torpedo boats. And I don't think research-wise we have anything major coming up. Torpedo propulsion. That's fairly important. Let's do that. We can get an extra. What are you at now? Oh, actually, no, let's not do that. That's not going to help us. I thought we were going to extend our range, but we're not. Okay. Kind of feels like the war with Spain is inevitable. But, improved twin turrets. Smoke. That's a good one. Our smoke screens last a little bit longer. +5 with the United States. Let's try France again. Um, 200. Okay, keep pushing forward. I do want to double check. I believe Spain, Spain must still be at war with the United States. Finally, +6 with France. That makes me feel a little bit better. Try Great Britain again. We have 1 battleship. Second one is still being built, 9 months. Do I have enough to build a third one? Not quite. Do we have anything that's going to be getting done soon? No. 5 months, 8 months, 9 months. I want to keep our shipbuilding our ports full. Build 1 more of those. Build 1 more light cruiser. Okay. Can actually build 1 more. Excuse me. Italian offering trade agreement. -1 GDP. No, sorry, Italy. I like that. Okay. I wouldn't mind going to war with Italy again. So I'm just going to bounce back and forth between Italy and Britain. Where's Italy at? 23. Building 61 now. GDP is 32 and 8% growth. So our economy is a little bit better than Italy. Our army logistics are a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Keep going. Okay, Ottoman wants to buy 3 light cruisers, but we don't have the capacity right now. +7 with France, that's great. I said I was going to bounce back and forth between France and Britain, but I forgot about Russia as well. They are still at war. Oh, they're almost at war with Russia as well. We're at -95. Okay, so we need to be ready because this could happen here in the next couple months. New battleship hull, absolutely fantastic. Larger task force, that's great. I guess I just needed to complain about the relations not working out too well, because now it seems like we're getting kind of lucky. Oh, let's do France again. $7,000-ton heavy cruiser. Great Britain. Finances are okay. I'm okay with losing less than $1 million. I'm gonna push that. Where are we? We're right at the edge still. So we're building 19 ships. Okay, a bunch of our torpedo boats must have just got done. Nice, +13 with Britain. Okay, yeah. Where are we at port-wise? 76%. Okay. Where are we with the Spanish? -95. I have a feeling if we try to threaten Spain into war, they're gonna agree to send us a bunch of money. No. There we go. Okay, so now we're at minus 99 with Spain. Where are we with minus 18, minus 7, plus 41? Okay, 2 months for our new battleship hull, I think. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's what I figured. Because they're almost at war. They're still at war with the United States. They're almost at war with Russia. So that's $30 million. We'll take that. Nope, sorry, dude. I do not have room to build a battleship for you right now. Montenegro. I'm not sure where Montenegro is. I'm going to look it up quickly. Country in the Balkans. Oh, okay. It's right next to us. I should have known that. Yes, we want to do that. Minus 19 with Russia. Yeah, well, okay. Get over it, Russia. Baltics. Where does that put us with the Russians? Minus 73. Okay. 71 ships. The two things I really look at when I trying to figure out if I want to go to war with a certain country is really obviously active ships. They're building 17. They have 71. 6 battleships. Probably their battleships. Most of these ships are probably the original designs, or a good percentage of them are the original designs from 1890. So that's the one thing. Active fleet. The other is Army logistics. Basically, the lower that number it is, the less you have to worry about their army pushing and doing land invasions successfully. It doesn't mean they won't try, but the lower this number is, and ours is at 22. And so we should theoretically be able to hold off any attempt that they make. Although, do we even have, we do have, yeah. So that was my concern, is they could try and do land invasions here. Obviously we could push into the Black Sea, naval wise, which wouldn't necessarily be bad. Who are they friends with? Let's see who they're friends with. They're friends with the United States. It probably would go well for us. Obviously, they have a lot more ships than we do at this point. But yeah. Okay, let's see if we do we have enough? What do we need in here? 6,000. Could just take our battleship. Be enough. One more month. Excuse me. Okay. +2 stability, resistance, minus hull weight, minus vibrations, battleship 2. That helps. Plus 10% gun aiming speed. United States and Spain still going at it quite strong. Should only take us 3 turns. Try Great Britain again. 88%. We're getting close to being done with our next. And let's turn that off. Big guns. What do we have coming up here? Mark II 11s. I'm wondering. Let's wait 1 month to build a new battleship. Just because I want to see if we're capable. Let's put those new Mark IIs in there. Fast torpedoes, which I'm not going to use at this point. I do sometimes use them later in the game when you have like a nice 12-kilometer torpedo range. It doesn't affect you nearly as much. The fast torpedoes are nice later. +12 with Britain. Oh, that doesn't help. So even though we were invading here from sea, we decided we're going to invade over land, and that just gave us additional -24 with the Russian Empire. So we're basically right on the brink. So, where are we with Italy at this point? -15. Okay. I mean, this might work out okay. Who are they? Spain. I'm not going to provoke it, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not going to worry about it. I am going to continue to try and improve my relations here, though, with the other countries. Okay. Let's go in and see what our new battleship looks like. 18 knots, 18.2. Stability 66, stability 63. 13,900. Okay. I guess it is an upgrade a little bit. What can we go up to? 13.9. I don't know that we're going to benefit from beam on this ship. My apologies. Sorry. Rear tower, +5 long range. Yeah. Let's do that. Even though it doesn't really fit. .2, where are we at? Let's just do 18. Okay. Now here's the question. Can we fit 11s? Nice. Yes, that's the biggest Mark II that we have. Threes are the only Mark IIs. Yeah, okay, these are all Mark I's. Oops. Let's put threes up top. And then, even though they're still Mark I's, can we fit sixes in here? Or are we going to run out of weight? Yeah, pretty close. I'm not going to put torpedoes on. Let's see. We have our rangefinder. Yeah, we don't need over 8 inches of armor on our guns or casemate guns. Let's do 4.5. 2.5. He'll give us a little bit of weight. Pitch is still fairly high, but our roll is good. 12 should be enough on our conning tower. What's our offset? Our offset 4. Yeah. Okay. We're maxed out on weight. It's a goofy looking ship, but it's okay. 13.5 compared to 14 or 11.4. So 2,000 extra tons. Slightly faster. Definitely better weapons. Do we have enough? Can we build 2 of these? 26, 36, 40. Yeah, we can build 2 of these. Yeah, we're good. Killed our finances. That's okay. Okay. You know, I didn't even look at this. What is 151 million? So it's not even as big as Albania. That's okay. I mean, basically getting it for nothing. Okay, yeah. Okay, we've gained control. Put this guy back in port. Helps if you hit move instead of cancel. Politics. 15, where are we? We're at minus 97, minus 63. I know I should stay focused on Yeah, that's what, I'm gonna do what I should do. Do the right thing. Stay focused on France and Great Britain, keeping things as positive as possible. Our shipbuilding is done, so let's immediately get right back in there and get that going. Kind of. Are we behind? No, we're still average technology. I don't want to fall behind on technology, but we're not spending as much money as we should be at this point. Okay. Cap shells. Trade agreement. 32.43. Total profit of 80 million. 14 months. I kind of like to have my allies having some decent ships, because it does come in handy once in a while. I don't think I want to do that though. Okay, politics didn't work. Let's try Great Britain. Boilers. Small guns. So it could be beneficial to our destroyers, maybe? Mark II 4-inch. Yeah, that could definitely be a benefit to our destroyers. And even our light cruisers. Okay. Rangefinders is taking forever. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, now we've swung back to not being able to get any positive benefits there in our politics. I assume the United States and Spain are still at war. No, they are not. Okay, so they're finally at peace. No, I'm not going to do the Russians. Let's try and improve with the United States again. We're at 31. Can we get rid of this guy? Yes, we can get rid of that. We can get... I kind of like the look of that ship. That's why I'm kind of hesitant to get rid of it, but I know I might as well. So what do we got? We got 18,000 tons. I kind of what? Let me see something here. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna wait, because we're gonna get 4-inch Mark IIs, and I'm thinking, and I do want to. We have 5 of these. We have quite a few light cruisers, and I think they probably, I have to go in and look, but I think most of them probably have 4-inch guns. And anything that has a 4-inch gun, we want to upgrade. But I also think it would make sense. This is our current light cruiser. We could take the 3.5s and turn them into 4s, or at least some of them. Would that make sense? That might not make any sense. It might. It might make sense just to upgrade anything that has a Yeah. Well, either way, let's get to the next turn. I think about that a little bit. Definitely should do a new destroyer though. War erupted between Russia and Spain. How does that affect us? We're minus 10 with Russia and plus 13 with Spain. Okay. Britain, France. Okay. Mark 2 plus 9 with United States. Serbia initiates a major. Okay. So we want to make sure we have as many ships in there as possible. We can fit in maybe one more CL or heavy. Yeah. We should be right at minus 99 with Russia. Yeah. Okay. And Russia is at war with Spain. So if we threaten them, there's a good chance they'll back off. But we can't count on that. But that really, who likes the United States is the only one, Italy. So we'll go negative with the United States and Italy. Okay. Let's build a new torpedo boat with 4-inch guns. Just for the sake of argument. See what it would look like. What's our maximum? Okay. $29. We should not go over 29. Five aiming speed. I hate these towers though. They take up so much room. And that's where you use induced. I mean, it stinks, but at least you get some kind of. Yeah, I'm not going to use that. It's too big. You get at least some kind of edge and efficiency. Still don't use barbettes. Mark II 4-inch. Where can we put that? Okay, so we can put one up front. Can we put one on either side here? Okay. And then let's go back and put a couple of 2-inch. Can we get another 4-inch without going overweight? No, it won't let me put one back there. It won't let me. That's very weird. Oh, I wonder if we're capped at 3. This is all considered main guns. I don't know why it won't let me put more back there. Okay. Standard. Gun control. 16-inch torps. Can I get one more 2-inch in there? Let's do it. And then move this back a little bit. So we got 3 4-inches and 8 2-inch guns, 3 torpedoes. Can we bump that up? No, that goes over our weight. Can we do that? We can do that. Put a little bit of armor on our guns so they don't get destroyed right away. Can I do that? No. Okay. Can I do that? Nope. Okay. S class. 515 out of 516. Let's save that. Get out of here. And how many can we build? We could build quite a few. Let's build 10 to start. Now, the other question we have, do we want to what do we have that has a bunch of 4-inch guns? Because the 4-inch just went to Mark IIs. So we basically, is it worth refitting those just for Mark IIs? 8 times 5, 4 times. I think for this one, we might want to wait until we get Mark II 5 inches. Okay. We'll leave that alone. Let's see what happens with the Russians, because any turn now we should come up with something that forces the issue. Yeah, there we go. No, I'm not paying them off. Okay. So what did we get here? Minus 14 with Britain, minus 12 with France. What? Okay, I guess they like Russia more than they liked us. Plus 17 with Germany, minus 17 with the United States. So yeah, for the most part, we got negative relations with almost everybody. Secondary double turrets for capital ships. Well, it's okay. None of our hulls yet can actually put secondary guns on their battleships, so it's kind of a moot point. Plus 5 with Germany. How's this going? 0%. We should be fine there. I'm hoping. One thing we need to do is we need to put everybody to sea control. That's the first thing. I'm going to leave that port full, but I think, what do we have here? 3 torpedo boats, 3 torpedo boats. Was 7,000, I believe, was the number of crew. Yeah, 7,000. I think I'm going to empty that port. So that leaves us with room for 2,000, roughly. And that'll leave us, let's see, a light cruiser and a bunch of torpedo boats, and that Russia is laying down a bunch of new ships. Okay. So that's not good for them. Unrest became too high. -5 torpedo duds, 17-inch torpedoes. No, I can't help you right now. I'm certainly not taking 17,000 out of my 50,000 tons. Is that still at 0? That is still at 0. Okay, let's take these guys up to the Black Sea. How are we doing here? We're at 50, 68, -28. Where are we with France? -34. Let's try and improve that. We are over on our... How do we get over on our shipbuilding? We have somebody getting repaired? Oh, I said yes to that. Okay. Obviously, I clicked the wrong thing. How far over are we? 1,000. Okay. Okay, it should get us down below. Cruisers in 3 months. Control stations. Would love the rangefinders to go up again. +32. I'm not going to bump that up until we have to. We're still building. We're at 20%. It helps. Let's get some research going here. Okay. Italy and Spain. So how did that affect us? -17 with Spain, +17 with Italy. Okay. -1 hull weight, minus construction time, -3 flaws. +12 with France. That's nice. That's still at 0. So my thought here is, once we get into the Black Sea, we're going to see if we can see how much. I would assume Crimea might be the only one we can think about taking, because we're just not going to have enough tonnage. What do we have here? 71,000 tons. At least until this is done, and then that'll free up another 40,000, 48,000 tons. Yeah. What do we have being built at this point? 12, 2 battleships and 10 torpedo boats. And then we also have a couple torpedo boats and a couple heavy cruisers for our Ottoman Empire ally. Let's do one more turn, and then I think we'll We'll stop there. Let's see what happens here in the Black Sea. I would assume, from just the fact they don't have any ships out to sea there, that means they don't have any ships. Kazakhstan. Close. 4,500 light cruiser. Aiming increased to aiming speed and accuracy. That's nice. That's 1,548. Okay, sure, Ottoman Empire. +9 with the British Empire. Ship design, yeah, we're still under. Okay, what do we have? Yes, what do we have here? Oh, actually, we have enough for any of them. Now the question is going to be, where are they headed? Adriatic. Okay, so they're heading for us. It's 1 heavy cruiser and 3 torpedo boats. What are they? I haven't looked at what they have. Okay. And they are at war with Spain as well. So I'm wondering if there isn't, I was going to say, where are these guys headed? 3 heavy cruisers. Their destination is the Baltic Sea. So, I mean, obviously, Russia has ports over here on the east. I'm wondering. Okay, there's a battle. There's 53,000 tons. There's another battleship. There's cruiser. Do they have any coming around? So it's going to take them. How long is it going to take them? Does it tell me? Ships will arrive in 4 turns. Ships will arrive in 5 turns. $7 months yet. So here's the dilemma, right? I can try and take territory over here, but it's going to leave me vulnerable. I have to assume that fails before, otherwise I don't have a whole lot over here to defend. So Ukraine would obviously, southern Russia actually would be wonderful. 2 billion plus 1.2 billion barrels of oil. Crimea has no barrel. What was the other one? Georgia. I think I would love to go for southern Russia, but I think it's probably going to take, obviously it's 2.5 times bigger. I'm thinking it's going to take probably 7 turns, whereas maybe I get lucky with Crimea and it only takes me 5 turns. And it gives me a good port. Let me check one thing yet. Port size. 28,000 tons versus 51. Yeah, let's go for Crimea. It's kind of a gamble, but less of a gamble than trying to go for southern Russia. Although I wonder if that tells me anything. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go against what my thought is. It's the same size port. It has oil, but it also has a huge amount of income. So we're gonna roll the dice and see what happens there. And I think this is a good place to stop this episode. And next episode, we'll probably have some battles down here in the Adriatic. They do not have any ships here at the moment. I would not be surprised if they pull these guys down here up. It's 3 heavy cruisers. That's not really, shouldn't be much of a threat, but they're going to have to try and defend some way in to defend their territory down here in the Black Sea. But anyway, we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.